morning, dear students. I am Ms. Navida Sheikh from Brahan Mumbai Mahanagar Palika MCGM virtual class. I welcome all my dear students to another and interesting session. In today's session, we'll be learning something new and interesting from a science textbook. So let's get started. Good morning, dear students. I am Ms. Navida Sheikh from MCGM virtual class. I welcome all my dear students to another and interesting session. In our previous class, we had learned about metals and non-metals. We have learned about the properties of metals and non-metals, the physical properties. In this class, we will be learning about the chemical properties of metals and non-metals. So if you haven't seen that video, please do go and watch the first part in order to understand the physical properties of metals and non-metals. You also learned about metalloids, so please go through the video once. And now let's begin with the next part of this chapter, that is metals and non-metals. Let us quickly revise about what we learned. The occurrence of metals and non-metals. Out of the 92 naturally occurring elements, 70 are metals and about 22 are non-metals. Some elements show properties of both metals and non-metals. They are called metalloids. Only some metals like gold, silver, platinum, etc. are found in the free state. Most metals are found in combined states as oxides, sulfides, carbonates, silicates, etc. Some nonmetals are found in the free states like helium, neon, argon, etc. And some are found in free and combined states like sulfur, phosphorus, etc. So, this is all I hope is clear to everybody. We also learned about physical properties in our previous video. So, let us quickly differentiate between metals and non-metals. So, first we'll just discuss about the properties of metals. Metals are solid except mercury. Metals are hard except sodium, potassium, etc. Metals have metallic luster, means they have shine. Metals have high melting points and boiling points. Metals are malleable, that means they can be made into thin sheets. Metals are ductile, means they can be made into thin wires. Metals are good conductors of heat and electricity. And metals are sonorous, means they produce sound. Let's understand about non-metals. Non-metals may be solid, liquid or gaseous. Non-metals which are solid are brittle. Brittle means they break easily. They are not very hard except for diamond. Diamond is the hardest. Non-metals do not have luster. Some have dull luster. Means they are dull. They do not have shine. And even if they have, it is very dull. Non-metals have low melting point. Non-metals are not malleable, means they cannot be made into sheets. They are not ductile, means they cannot be made into wires. Non-metals are bad conductors of heat and electricity except for graphite. And non-metals are not sonorous, means they cannot produce sound. So I hope this much is clear and you have a quick idea of what we learned in our previous video. Let us start with the actual part of this video, chapter, that is chemical properties of metals and non-metals. We will be learning about the properties of metals and non-metals together. Reaction with oxygen. Now remember, there are metals and non-metals. They react with certain elements like oxygen, sometimes acid, sometimes water. And how do they react and what do they produce? We will be learning that. Metals react with oxygen to form metallic oxides. These oxides are basic oxides because they react with water to form bases. Means अगर कोई भी metal oxygen के साथ उसे रखा जाएगा तो they will form oxides. Okay. Now let us see an example. Magnesium burns in air to form magnesium oxide. Magnesium reacts with water to form magnesium hydroxide. That is Mg plus O2 gives MgO. Mg is magnesium. When it burns in the presence of air, that is oxygen, it gives you magnesium hydroxide. Okay, when it gives you magnesium oxide, sorry. And when magnesium reacts with water to form magnesium hydroxide. ठीक है, अगर ये पानी के साथ रिएक्ट करेगा तो मैग्नीशियम ऑक्साइड, और अगर वाटर के साथ करेगा तो हाइड्रोक्साइड. Non-metals, on the other hand, let us see how do they react with oxygen to form non-metallic oxides. These oxides are acidic oxides because they react with water to form acids. Okay, let's see an example. Example is sulfur burns in air to form sulfur dioxide. ठीक है, अगर हम लोग सल्फर को बर्न करेंगे in the presence of air, it will form sulfur dioxide. S plus O2 gives SO2. Sulfur dioxide, when it reacts with water, it forms sulfurous acid. Okay, so when you react this sulfur dioxide, SO2, with water, it gives you sulfurous acid. Okay, that is H2SO3. Okay, so this is how the reaction of metals and non-metals with oxygen and water is given to you. Let us see how it reacts with water. So reaction with water. Metals react with water to form metal hydroxides and hydrogen. ठीक है? Example, sodium reacts with water to form sodium hydroxide. Now remember, कोई भी metal जो react कर रहा है पानी के साथ में, वो hydroxide form करेगा. तो means उसके नाम के साथ में hydroxide आएगा. And hydrogen. So your Na is sodium plus H2O is water. When they react with each other, they give you sodium hydroxide and hydrogen. ठीक है, तो याद रखेंगे पानी के साथ में जब भी मेटल्स रिएक्ट करेंगे तो दो चीज फॉर्म होगी, हाइड्रोक्साइड और हाइड्रोजन गैस. Magnesium reacts with water to form magnesium hydroxide and hydrogen. So magnesium, when they react with water, it gives you magnesium hydroxide and hydrogen. Let's have a look at this equation. Mg is magnesium, water is H2O. It gives you magnesium hydroxide, that is MgOH2, plus hydrogen, that is H2. Non-metals do not react with water. Reaction with acids, let us have a look at that. Metals react with acid to form metallic salts and hydrogen. Example is zinc reacts with dilute hydrochloric acid to form zinc chloride and hydrogen. Let us see this equation. Zn plus 2HCl gives you ZnCl2 plus hydrogen. As I told you, it reacts with acid. तो वो क्या form करेगा? It will form zinc chloride and hydrogen. Okay, again I will explain. Zinc, it is a metal which reacts with dilute hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid का symbol, how do you write it? HCl. ठीक है, तो zinc plus HCl gives you zinc chloride plus hydrogen. Most non-metals do not react with acids. Some non-metals like sulfur react with concentrated nitric acid. ठीक है, we are talking about concentrated nitric acid to form sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide and water. So if you react a non-metal like sulfur with concentrated nitric acid, that is HNO3, it gives you SO2, that is sulfur dioxide, plus nitrogen dioxide, that is NO2, plus water. Let us understand about noble metals. What is the meaning of noble metals? Metals like gold, silver, platinum, etc. retain their lusters because they do not react with air. Means if you keep a normal iron nail, you will notice that it will catch rust और उसका जो color है, shine है, वो खत्म हो जाएगा. But when you wear gold jewelry, you must have seen gold, silver. ये normal jewelry हम लोग देखते हैं हमारे in our houses or around us. You must have seen कि कितने भी साल तक हम लोग पहनते हैं, but ये इनका जो luster है, इनका जो shine है, वो खत्म नहीं होता, या फिर इसके ऊपर ये पानी से या फिर ये ऑक्सीजन से react नहीं करते. ठीक है, and that is why they are called as noble metals. They also do not react with air, water or dilute acids. Gold dissolves in aqua regia. Aqua regia is a mixture of concentrated nitric acid and concentrated hydrochloric acid in the ratio 1:3. Means nitric acid होगा 1% and concentrated hydrochloric acid होगा 3. ठीक है? So pure is 24 karat gold. It is very soft and cannot be used for making ornaments, so it is mixed with some silver or copper to make it hard. Okay, so purity of gold is normally 24 carats, but you cannot directly use that 24 carat gold in your day-to-day life because it is very soft. In order to use it and on a daily basis, there are certain amount of impurities added to it, like copper or silver, to make it hard and durable. Let us see some uses of metals. Iron is used for making pins, nails, nuts, bolts, tools, machines, construction of buildings, bridges, etc. Aluminium is used for making utensils, wire, furniture, parts of artifacts, vehicles, machines, for packaging food and medicines, etc. हम लोगों ने देखे हैं ना, हमारी जो दवाइयाँ आती है वो जो जिस तरीके की जो रैप होती है जिसमें से हम लोग टैबलेट्स निकालते हैं, that is also aluminium. It is made up of aluminium. Copper is used for making wires, vessels, electric gadgets, etc. हमारे घरों में जो वायर इलेक्ट्रिसिटी जिसके थ्रू फ्लो करती है वो कॉपर के वायर्स होते हैं. There are certain utensils also, vessels in our houses which are made up of copper, and electrical gadgets are also made with copper. Gold is used for making jewelry, coins, medals, etc. Silver is used for making jewelry, coins, medals, etc. Platinum is also used for making jewelry and electrical gadgets, plugs in vehicles, etc. Sodium is used as a compound, is used as common salt in our houses and chemicals. Calcium is used as a compound, is used for making cement, glass, etc. So these are a few list of uses of metals with their names and where they are used. You can remember a few of them if you want. Let's have a look at the uses of non-metals. Non-metal, first we will take sulfur. Sulfur is used for making sulfuric acid, salts of metals, etc. Okay? Oxygen is used for respiration by living things, burning of fuels, etc. Nitrogen is used for making ammonia, which is used for making fertilizers, जो हम लोग plants के लिए use करते हैं. Hydrogen is used for making ammonia, which is used to make fertilizers as a fuel in rockets for welding, etc. You must have seen जब welding होती है तो ये hydrogen gas का इस्तेमाल होता है ताकि welding अच्छी तरीके से हो सके. Chlorine is used to kill germs in water. हम लोग देखते हैं ना कि during rainy season the taste of the taste of water is slightly different. Why? Because the amount of chlorine added in the water increases. और when you go to a park also, water park, उसके अंदर भी हम लोग जब पानी में जाते हैं तो chlorine is added ताकि germs उसमें जो भी हो वो मर जाए. Iodine is used as tincture iodine, which is an antiseptic. Let's understand what are alloys. Alloy is a homogeneous mixture of a metal with other metals or non-metals. Homogeneous mixture, we have learned this in our previous chapter, that is composition of matter. So I hope you all know the meaning of homogeneous mixture. Now they are mixed in a proper proportion. ठीक है, कैसे भी metals और non-metals को mix नहीं कर दिया जाता है. दो metals या फिर एक metal like non-metal, when they are combined together to form a new substance, it is that new substance is called as an alloy. Now let's see a few examples of alloy and what are they comprised of and what are the uses. First is steel, जो हमारे घर में हम लोग यूज करते हैं सबसे ज्यादा पैमाने पे, that is steel. Like stainless steel that we make use of. हमारे घर में plates है, बर्तन है, बहुत सारी चीजें हैं जो स्टील की बनी होती है. ठीक है, it is an alloy. It is made from iron and carbon. Now the uses of steel is construction of tools, machines, tanks, vehicles, ships, rails, buildings, bridges, dams, etc. Stainless steel जो हमारे घर में इस्तेमाल होता है, it is made up of iron and chromium. It is it is used in our utensils, cutlery, surgical instruments in hospitals, etc. Brass is also an alloy which is made up of copper and zinc. It is used as a utensil in our houses also. Handicrafts, musical instruments, etc. Bronze is also an alloy which is made up of copper and tin. It is used in making statues, medals, bells, ornaments, etc. Alnico is made up of iron and aluminium, which is used for making of magnets. Okay, there is nickel and cobalt as well present in alnico. Duralium is aluminium, copper, magnesium. They are combined together to form an alloy, that is uranium. It is used for making utensils, pressure cookers, parts of vehicles, aircrafts, etc. Okay, so I hope what is an alloy is understood and clear to you. What are the different types of alloys and what are they made up of, and what are the uses of it? So you can remember a few from this. Let's understand a new term, that is corrosion. Now we have often learned about corrosion. We learn about how the rusting of iron takes place, and that is one of the example of corrosion. Let's see about that. The surface of some metals gets corroded when exposed to moist air for a long time. This is called corrosion. ठीक है, जब हम लोग नेल्स को या फिर जो हमारे घरों के ऊपर जो पत्थरे डले होते हैं, ठीक है, तो वो भी आफ्टर रेनी सीजन और फॉर अ वेरी लॉन्ग टाइम, after a year or two, if it is left like that only, if it is not painted, you will notice that it gets corroded. उसका ऊपर का जो shine है, जो उसका texture है, वो बदल जाता है. That means it has got corroded. Now, how do you prevent corrosion of metals? The corrosion of metals can be prevented by applying oil or grease. You must have noticed अगर कहीं पर जंग लगता है तो हम लोग उसको अच्छे से साफ करके उससे ऑयलिंग करते हैं और ग्रीस लगाते हैं ताकि उसके ऊपर फिर से ये रस्ट ना जमा हो. By applying paint, you must have also seen कि हमारे घरों की जो ग्रिल्स होती है, बालकनीज में जो ग्रिल होती है या फिर जो पतरे होते हैं हमारे घरों के ऊपर, उसे पेंट किया जाता है. वो पेंटेड होते हैं, ब्लैक कलर, ब्राउन कलर, या फिर जो पतरे होते हैं वो ब्लू कलर से पेंट किए जाते हैं. तो दैट पेंट इज ऑल्सो प्रोटेक्टिंग द surface of metal to not get corroded. ठीक है, corrosion से बचाता है क्योंकि वो डायरेक्टली जो एक्सपोज मॉइस्ट एयर है वो डायरेक्टली मेटल पे नहीं लगती. ठीक है, पेंट उसे कवर कर लेता है तो डायरेक्टली मेटल इफेक्ट नहीं होता. Galvanization, that is coating of metals with non-corrosive metals like zinc, means metal है उसके ऊपर एक और एक metal से कोट किया जाता है like zinc, तो उससे भी corrosion prevent किया जा सकता है. Electroplating, coating of metals with non-corrosive metals like chromium, tin by passing electricity. Okay, electroplating is also one of the way, but that we will not learn in detail. We will be doing that in our next coming years. Alloying, example, when iron is alloyed with chromium and nickel, it forms stainless steel which is resistant to corrosion. Now, if you keep a stainless steel plate outside for many days, it will never get corroded. Why? Because it has been alloyed. ठीक है, when iron, it is a metal which is mixed with chromium and nickel, it forms an alloy which doesn't allow that metal to get corroded. ठीक है, so this is what is the meaning of corrosion. How it is prevented? These are the following ways. So I hope with this part of the chapter is quite clear to all of you all. In the next coming period, we'll be learning something new and interesting. Till then, I would like my students to go through the video for part 1 of metals and non-metals. That will give you a clear idea about the physical properties of metals and non-metals. What are metalloids? In this video, I hope the chemical properties of metals and non-metals are quite clear to all of you all. What is the meaning of alloy? What is corrosion? And what is the meaning of noble metals and some uses of metals and non-metals. So please see to it that go through it again and again so that things become clear to you. So I'll end my session here. In the next coming period, we learn something new and interesting. Till then, thank you. If you liked the session, please do not forget to subscribe to our channel so that you can share and view the videos that we had today for you. And please do not forget to hit the bell icon so that you remain updated with all the latest videos that we'll be making for our dear students.
This session was quite useful to you. In the next coming period, we'll learn something new and interesting. Till then, thank you.